Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. Only the one vowel, but quite a bingo-y selection of tiles. So, what to do here? I'd like to leave only 3 consonants. So I think strag is good. Can't see a way of playing off the L rather than the R without burning both S's. Strag for 16. Great, I draw the first blank. Still only the one vowel, so the blank may need to be a vowel. But I have Tyndalls on my rack as a 7. That plays in column 13. That stays available. Joanne takes an S. So, do I have a play with S not at the end? So, Tyndalls is the blank as an A, blank as an E, dentils, blank as an I, nothing, O, can't see anything, U, indults. Well, I think I'll play that. Indults and strags for 73. Just wondering if I'd get more by playing in row L. 15 points in Jawan. I think I will. Or I think I would. So Tyndall 75. Yeah, I think this is slightly better. Pretty horrendous pickup. Lots of vowels now, and only one scoring tile. Strag can be extended to straggle and straggly for future reference. Now, if my opponent doesn't play, I may have something in column 8 through the D. Can't see anything better than dope at the moment, and I don't really want to keep 4 vowels. Through a U, I would have U, ooey. Through an I, I've got U-oi. That's only 6 points. Now, what about playing in column 10, getting my P on this triple letter square? Only 25 for my opponent. So this would be a play with rap or rop. Okay, I can't see anything. What about a play in column 12, putting my O or A next to the J? Well, I have OG, which is quite nice. Scores over 20 points and retains the P. Gets rid of the duplicates. Yeah, I think I'll go with this. And I now have a balanced rack in terms of vowels and consonants, but it's not a bingo-y rack. Z and U, not a great combo. But there should be some scoring opportunities with this rack. Just seeing if I have anything which goes after J, O. And I don't. AE takes nothing after it. My M can go in front of AE. So I'm just wondering if I have a play RAMUL or Ramol, and I don't think I do. Nice score for my opponent, 31 points. And he's provided a Zozo spot or a Zozar spot. So let me see what this looks like. 46 points and not a bad rack leave. Can I do better? Just looking at the D to see if I've got a Z play through that. I don't think I do. I think this is quite a nice play. I'm retaining the A for going in front of Zo next turn if my opponent doesn't go there. I draw the second blank, and this looks close to being in bingo territory. And a few bingo lanes, especially column 8 for bingos ending in S. But I haven't seen anything yet. Let me run through the alphabet and see if anything comes to mind. I think scalprum through an L. Now, what about the blank as an E? Upstream through a T. And tempuras. Neither works with the T of strag. Grampus is good. So I have Grampus, Us, and ST. Can't see anywhere else for that. Harumphs through an H. Marsupia onto an A. Now my Grampus spot remains available, but it doesn't get doubled. Vav takes an S. Now Marsupia onto an A. I was wondering about Marsupi E, but that's been blocked by Vav. Ideally, I think I'd like a play in column 8. I feel there may well be one. 15 minutes on my clock. I've only seen Grampus so far. Okay, so I have Grampus. Supremas. Maybe, well, it's not good with an S. It may be good as a 7. I don't think it is, though. I've got the up prefix. Well, I feel I could be missing something here. But when you have a bingo, I don't think it's a good idea to spend too long finding a better one. You may need that time later. So Grampus for 69. Quite a kind pickup. Scoring tiles and balanced. Grampus isn't massively helpful for my opponent. I've got a D for going in front of ZO. What do I have which goes in front of OR? I think it's just a T and a D. And I can't think of anything ending DT, so that's not useful. My Y can go after Joe and after the B. Nothing I've got goes after ZO, apart from the O. So I can't see any plays which get the Y tripled. Just wondering about anything which puts the O puts the O after Zo and gets the Y after Joe, and I can't see anything. Row H, not particularly juicy. It would need to end or have 2 vowels underneath the G and the R. So it's not particularly high scoring. Now I've got row, O and way. That doesn't split up the duplicate T. So it would be nice to play off the W and the Y and one of the T's. I think white is good, WYTE, and I think it takes a D at the end. But I can't see anywhere for that at the moment. I've got a good lead, but good leads can shrink. Now, my opponent's played in my row spot, so not really provided anything new. I don't have anything which goes after M-A-E. So what do I have around Grampus? Not very much. I don't really want to play down from Joe with, for example, Yiao, because of opening up column 15. But that is over 30 points, which is a good score. So maybe I will. Except maybe I won't, because I think I can play that here for a similar score, and it's less dangerous, although row E has some hotness. Rackley pretty grim. I could be in trouble if I don't draw blanks. So can I do better than Yiao for 33? I don't think so. I'm going with this. I do draw one vowel. However, I have a 140-point lead. And Yao has taken out the R and the A of Grampus as floaters for a bingo. And the main bingo lanes on this board are column 14 and row N. And if my opponent plays in either of those, he'll be opening up triple word squares. So I'm in quite a strong position at the moment. My opponent opens up a triple and scores well. I've just noticed that I've got beds in column 11. Another awful rack leave of GTT. But over 30 points. Do I need to worry about this T? Both blanks have gone. All the S's have gone or are on my rack. A ton of vowels to come. There certainly could be bingos through the T and will be some triples. Do I need to stop that? Well, one way of stopping it would be to play get for only 17 points and keeping 4 consonants. I don't like that. Even though it will look like a really good play if I don't play it and my opponent triples. I'm really tempted by the 30-point score because that's half a bingo and it piles the pressure on my opponent. What about a play in column 2 running through? Well, this is quite a nice play. Debut, 20 points, which is 10 points less than the beds play. However, I'm retaining the S and it's the last one, and I'm blocking column 1. So I think this is a comparable play to beds, and the rack leave is better. So overall, I think this is a better play. I draw the Q, which isn't great. Still 2 U's to come. But I've got cat and cats on my rack. Cat plays in column 1 and column 3. And it still plays in column 1. Fantastic. Cat for 50. Just pausing in case there's some massive spot I've overlooked. Well, there could be, because cat, Tor and Azo plays. That's 42, so column 1 scores more. Still 26 tiles in the bag, and my lead is 130 points. This is quite a nice rack, stroking through a T. Hardly any floaters, if any, on this board. I guess there's the T of tulip. But I can't see an anagram of stroking which fits. I don't think grokkings is good, but I think grokking is, and I can check that since we're playing Void Challenge. Yes, that's fine. I don't have a front hook for Zo. Now my S is pretty useful since it can hook Vav and Joe and is the last S, so I don't want to give it up cheaply, which would be another argument behind playing debut last turn rather than beds. Just checking to see if the C is a floater for a bingo, and it's not. I guess the C is a floater if you've got an A for Azo. Now, is there a 7 with this rack? I don't think there is. Wuss takes an S on the end, so row I is a bingo lane for bingos ending in S, which increases the value of the S on my rack even more, especially as the rack is close to a bingo. If I play off just the K or the K and the O, I've got quite a strong rack. Now, let me check the vowel situation because there seem to be a lot of them. 17 vowels out of 28 tiles. It's a massively vowel-heavy bag, which argues in favour of playing off K and O. A pick of an A or an E with a rack leave of rings would be pretty bingo-y. And as mentioned, there are quite a few bingo lanes on this board. So where can I play O and K without obstructing bingo lanes? And before I do that, is there a play in column 1 which scores well? It would have to be in TI. Okay, so I can't see such a play. So I have got KO here, and that doesn't block row I, which is the best lane for me. It scores 18 points, which is okay. So I think I'll go with this. I do draw an A. The F not too bingo-y. Farsing is good. Does that play? Row B is a new 7-letter lane, but Farsing doesn't play there. Fairings would play. I don't think it's good. I can check it. No. Now, what about Farsing and KI double F? Well, I think that's good. Yep, Kif is good. And Farsing, great. So I have a bingo in row N. I thought for one moment I also had it in column 14. Orf is good and Bar. Joa not good. So what if Farsing is blocked? What about the C? Scarfing is good. Okay, I think if Farsing is blocked, I don't have a bingo. In which case I would be looking to play off the F somewhere. 19 tiles to come. My opponent could easily have a very vowel-heavy rack, which is good. If he does, I don't think he'll be blocking Farsing, unless he just does a 2-letter play under LE. Great, he's played up here, the top right. He's not provided a new spot for Farsing, so I can get this down. Farsing for 102, fantastic. Wow, and I don't draw a ton of vowels. Just 4 consonants left unseen out of 15 tiles. So this is looking pretty good. I've got a 200-point lead. The unseen tiles, very unbalanced. The bingo lanes on this board, not particularly helpful because most of them require an S and all the S's have gone. This rack looks close to a bingo. I guess column 1, possibly the only bingo lane which doesn't need an S. I think or only takes an S after it. It certainly doesn't take anything I've got. I have tannoy in column 1 for about 30 points. Zoa takes nothing after it, so I expect we'll be seeing a 3-letter play at the top right from either my opponent or from me. So I could play YEA there, and I'd be happy about the 3 consonants and 1 vowel because I would be expecting to draw vowels. Kif only takes an S in front of it. Now, do I have a play in row O? Maybe beginning YO. Okay, my opponent does play in the top right for 19. I think his goose is cooked in this game. He's not going to come back from this deficit. 5 tiles left, so if I play tannoy, I'm emptying the bag. Not good. Do I have a play, a 4-letter play beginning under the G? No, I don't think I do. 8 minutes on my clock. Zoa takes nothing in front of it. Pia takes nothing in front of it. Tex takes nothing after it. I don't have a 4-letter play in row H. So, what about a shorter play in column 1? I've got Tanch. 23 points. It's tempting to play tannoy even though it empties the bag because it's a good score and I know the game is won. But it's still nice to play the best play. Retaining the Y would keep the Y available for Joey. What about a play in row F, a play of Hone, for example? £17 points, retaining the Y. However, should I be blocking column 1 since it is the only bingo lane on the board? Is there a 3 or 4-letter play beginning with the beginning TA or TE? Well, not that I'm seeing. So tannoy for 29, and this isn't emptying the bag isn't as dangerous as it could be because it's at its worst when your opponent bingos, and I don't think that's going to happen, in which case I will have another go. Okay, maybe a shorter word would have been better. Look what my opponent's got. He's got a Euron, and he can play it, and Hone would have blocked it. Rats. Okay. So, well done to my opponent. Well done for him for bingoing. The final score, 375 to my opponent, 479 to me, a winning margin of 104 points. So a big win, not as big as perhaps it should have been. Let's see what I missed. So it was me to go first. I played Strag, that looks fine. Opponent plays Jawan. Now, there was a play in column 8, Dintless. Well done if you spotted that. But it only scores a little bit more, or 2 points more, than my play of Tyndall's. Opponent's rack, he plays Clef. Apogee, that's nice, E12. Oh wow, yes. The same spot as I played OG, but sticking AP in front. Opponent's rack not great. He plays Corb, and now I do have a nice rack. And I play Zoe for 46 and quite a nice rack leave. Horrible rack from my opponent. He plays Vav. Now, Suprema was good. N9, Suprema and Vavs. Up swarms. Wow, up swarms in column 8. Very nice. What did I do? Something a little bit more lowly. I played Grampus for 69, so 14 points shipped there. Not a nice rack for my opponent. I think I certainly had the rub of the tiles. He plays mill. And I don't recognise these plays, so I didn't play them. Dowry through the R, quite nice, despite the 2 T's. What did I do? I played Yeow. Okay, so it is on the list for 33. But I think ETT, a much better rack leave than DTT. Opponent plays Tulip. Wow, debug, that's nice. I played Debut for 6 fewer points. Debug certainly a better play. Even though you've got the duplicate T, the T isn't the worst tile to be duplicated, and it goes well with the S. Whereas G, not such a great tile. So I think debug was the play there. Opponent plays Gox. I have the Q, and I've got a great spot for it. Opponent plays Guided. Now, I'm 110 points ahead, and I have this rack. No bingo. I could have played Tink, but Gore's not great. The I and the N helping the G. So I play KO for 18. Only 8 fewer points, but keeping a very strong rack leave. Opponent plays They. And Farsing was the only bingo, so delighted to have spotted that. And that propels me to a 185 point lead. Opponent... what does he do? He plays Rear. And now this is where I do the wrong thing. I play Tannoy for 29, which empties the bag, which is just about okay if your opponent isn't going to bingo. And so what could I have done? And partly this is with the benefit of hindsight. There are only 2 bingo lanes on this board for 7s, given the remaining tiles. One of them is a big overlap of Guided, and the other is down from the T. And I can see from the remaining tiles that my opponent could have Tenurial on his rack. So probably playing in column 1 would have been the thing to do, but with leaving 1 in the bag. So maybe a play of Tanch or Tenny. Yeah, possibly Tenny. Tenny or Tanch would have been superior to Tannoy. But now a great spot by my opponent of Alluron for 71 to end the game. So a nice game. It's always good to win, and Scrabble is a game of luck as well as skill. And certainly in this game, I did have the benefit of drawing nice tiles pretty much throughout. So I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I will see you next time.